Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the end. Game 3 of the semifinals between the Monsters and the Fireballs. Each team with one win apiece. Winner takes all and will play the Flowers in the Season 1 Grand Finals. Starting off, BOWSER Jr. at bat here for the Monsters will knock one quite deep. Not quite in the hole there. Doesn't travel through the warp pipe, and instead, Blue Noki able to field it and get that first out. Critter over at shortstop will make the catch and the second out. All comes down to Firebro. Strike one. Mario throwing some early heat so far this game, but a big knock will find the gap in center left. Bobby's chasing after it, but Firebro's in on first. This means there's a runner on for team captain BOWSER. Strike one. A little bit too inside. BOWSER doesn't have quite the angle he wants. Contact there. It's low. Will it go over the fence? Not quite. Firebro coming into third and will hold there off the BOWSER single. Gets in just before the ball does. Runners in the corners for Green Paratroopa as the Monsters look to start this game off strong. Strike one. There's the windup and a big knock. It'll drop down. That's going to be Firebro in. Bobby with an error. Stumbles and doesn't quite make the catch. BOWSER's turning the corner, trying to come in home. Mario's throwing it in, and he's barely safe. Bobby with an error at a critical opportunity, and the Monsters score a second. An unearned run. But a run is a run, and that's points on the board for the Monsters as they go up 2-0. Koopa will ground over to Critter and is thrown out at first. But the Monsters with a solid start. We'll see how the Fireballs are able to respond. Both teams so far this series have been neck and neck with one another. No blowout games and a lot of tight action. Bobby, now at bat with a chance to redeem himself, will ground over to Firebro. Thrown out at first. Magic Koopa makes the catch. Blue Noki next up. Just a wind up and a jump from BOWSER on third. Makes the catch. Doesn't let that one get by him. BOWSER Jr. throwing out the star pitch. The paintball comes out. Blue Shy Guy does find it, but it's going to drop in field. The Fireballs 3 up, 3 down at the top of the bottom of the first. The Monsters now get a chance to further extend their lead with Blue Dry Bones, BDB, coming up to the plate. Strike one from Mario on the mound. Strike two. Blue Dry Bones hasn't swung yet. Likely not going to charge on this one. Just goes for the slap hit, but drops it over in right field. That's a single for him. Dry Bones now at bat. Another slap hit. Finds the gap, and the warp pipe's gonna spit it out. Blue Shy Guy's hustling over to grab it, but it's bought enough time for Blue Dry Bones to turn the corner and come in on third. Round second, and Boomerang Bro grounds over to Critter. Out at second, out at first, the double play, but they let the run through. They know they're not beating him out in time, so they go for the 2 guaranteed outs. BOWSER Jr. will get a single as well. Now Magic Koopa coming up to bat. Critter grabs that one, stays low. And the Monsters find one here in the top of the second. But the lead is not insurmountable. Fireballs now with a chance to respond. See if they can catch back up. Big Blue starting off. Won't quite clear the infield, just in range of Firebro to make the fire catch. Here's team captain Mario. We've seen a lot of big hits from him this series so far. Doesn't swing on that. Strike one. Slaps it, and that will get by. Mario singles over to first. Mario now up at bat, and he's showing the bunt early. Fireball's coming out, and it won't stun up Mario. But it won't stun up Magic Koopa either. He's tagged out, and Mario gets to second. Dark Bones, grounder, looks like will be thrown out at first. And Mario unable to come in, stranded out there on third. We'll have to take a look and question if that bunt there was the right play. The Fireballs go back on the defensive. Star pitch from Mario, strike one. Firebro, a dangerous batter to have to hit around. Oh, and a grounder. Critter not able to get the dive off. That'll be a single for Firebro as he puts a runner on the bases for BOWSER. Slap hit from BOWSER. Bobby is there. That's just a BOWSER single. Green Paratroopa next up. Strike one. There's a slap, but Mario not able to connect on the dive. Firebro trying to come in home. BOWSER looking like he ran back to third, and now he's jammed between the two basemen. They're gonna let him get in on second. They don't throw him out. Don't throw him out, don't tag him out. They just let BOWSER get back on base as Firebro comes in to score. Firebro's defense looking a little bit like they don't have the communication that we've seen in earlier games this series. Not quite sure what they want to do, but they will turn the double play here. BOWSER is able to get over in on third for BDB. Noki's not going to get there, and BOWSER's going to make it in home off the BDB single. Mario looking lost up there on the mound, not able to get his defense behind him, able to coordinate off these hits. Shy Guy will find that one out in right field. Makes the catch, finds the third out. The Monster's starting to inch away with this one, up 5-0. Yellow Yoshi leading things off for the Fireballs here in the bottom of the third. Strike one. Next pitch from BJ, a ball, clips the outside of the zone there. And finds it on the third. There's a strike. Yellow Yoshi will need a swing. Doesn't quite clear the infield. Hooks it a little bit too far to the left. Firebro's able to pull off the fire catch. Critter now up one strike on the count. Big knock from Critter, and there's no chance they build the chemistry in time. Critter, solo shot home run, puts the Fireballs on the board. Big knock from the man with the green scales. It's so far to the left field that there's no chance of Koopa coming in from center in time as the Fireballs go back up to the top of their lineup. Bobby Hill, swing and a miss, strike one. Star pitch from BOWSER Jr. Contact on it. That's going to drop down before BDB can get there. Bobby with a single. Lands it in the warp pipe as well, but it unfortunately spits it out right at first base. Blue Noki next up, strike one. Slaps it, and that one gets through the infield. Right up the middle. Blue Noki with a single of her own. Blue Shy Guy now coming up to bat. Two runners on. Can he bring Bobby in home? Strike one. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Slaps it, and that'll find a gap over in right field. An error from Koopa. He bounces into the pipe. Bobby's in home. Blue Noki on third. Fireballs find a second run here. Error from Koopa. We'll have to check with the doctor, make sure he's not concussed. But a great play there from Blue Shy Guy. Now runners in the corners for Blue Pianta. Big Blue, there's the windup. And a big knock will find the wall. Bounces off the train. The outfielders are in shambles. A single for Blue Pianta, but that's enough to bring Blue Noki in and put Blue Shy Guy on third. Just a little bit higher would have soared right over the wall. But instead, that bounce off the train brings nothing but chaos and confusion. Now, Team Captain Mario up with that superstar bonus. This could be what the Fireballs have been looking for all game. Slaps it. Ghost item will buy a little bit of time. A single for Mario drives in Blue Shy Guy. Fireballs closing the gap as they go only one behind. Monster still up 5-4. But run after run after run are starting to add up here. With these bats are starting to get a little hot. You gotta wonder if it might be time to pull Bowser Jr. off the mound as Mario comes up. That will be out and the double play to end the inning. Mario, an unfortunate grounder over to shortstop Firebro. But the Fireballs have brought this game back to a close score. Mario still hanging out on the mound for the Fireballs as Boomerang Bro comes up, grounds over to Yellow Yoshi, will be forced out at first. Bowser Jr. now coming up, pops one up over on the right-hand side. The train's coming in. Will it come down before the train does? Doesn't look like it. It lands in the wagon of the train and travels outside of the stadium for a Bowser Jr. home run. A perfectly placed pop fly lands right in that green bucket there. And that is Bowser Jr., the homer. Monsters up 6-4 as Mario comes off the mound and Mario comes in. Magic Koopa up at bat. Will send one into the outfield. That'll be a single for Magic Koopa. Firebro next up. Strike one. Ooh. Doesn't quite find the zone there. Throws a ball inside, but there's the star pitch. Firebro's charging up, but he doesn't get a good clean charge. Bobby's grabbed it. That'll be a Firebro single. Now 2 runners on for Team Captain Bowser as the team captains stare each other down. Strike one. Dangerous situation. We'll see if Mario's able to pitch around it. Oh, a big hit, but it's going to be a pop fly. Too much height on it. Blue Shy Guy able to make the catch. A lot of speed behind that ball, but it just went straight up into the air. Green Paratroopa so close to the, the plate that we're unable to see that ball until it flies through him. Fireballs pick up the grounder and get the forced out at second. Hold the Monsters to only 1 run off that Bowser Jr. home run. Now they get the chance to take things back under control. Dark Bones comes up. Strike one. Dark Bones doesn't like it, doesn't swing. Contact there, and that'll drop nice and early. Bounces off the pipe, makes him keep running. Be a single for Dark Bones as Yellow Yoshi follows up. Grounder over to Boomerang Bro will be the double play. Poor contact there from Yellow Yoshi as the runners are wiped out before the cleanup man can come up. Critter. Big knock, drives it over to left field, will be a single for Critter. Back up to the top of the lineup, Bobby Hill. Ooh, jump from Firebro, will be able to make the catch there. Fireball's unable to find any runs this inning. There's still a lot of baseball left to play. Both of these teams will need to be on their best if they want to close this one out in their favor. Koopa grounds over to second base. Mario scoops it up, sends it in on first. Blue Dry Bones up next. There's the star pitch, the Fireball. Strike one. Grounder, Critter's got it. Will get it in before BDB's able to close the gap. Now Dry Bones up at bat. Oof, doesn't chase it. Shifts back away from it. Pops one up there. This one could be over the fence, actually. They've got the chemistry. It'll just bounce on the wall. That's going to be a dry bones double. A very, very near home run. Could have bounced into the, the back of the train and been a home run as well. Boomerang Bro sends one right up the middle. Bobby's got it. The Fireballs will fend off the monsters here. For the first time, they don't let any runs through. So their defense starts to do what it needs to do. Blue Noki leading off here for the Fireballs in the bottom of the fifth. She'll drop one up through the middle. Boomerang Bro tried to go for the catch, but couldn't quite find it. Now Bowser Jr. might be at the end of his rope. We'll see if the Fireballs are able to take advantage while this pitcher's tired. Blue Shy Guy, a slow one, but it gets down early. That's 2 runners on for Big Blue as Blue Pianta comes up. Could be a big shift here. Home run here would steal the game away from the monsters, but he will just slap it. Drops early. An error from Koopa. That's going to be Blue Noki in, and Blue Shy Guy over to third. Fireballs now only trail by 1. She crosses home, puts another run on the board. Fireballs only 1 behind, 5-6. And once again, it's Mario up, but they're pulling Bowser Jr. They're not risking it when the team captain comes up to bat. It's Bowser who's coming up. Both teams with full 5 stars. Mario pre-charges but doesn't swing. Slaps it. Koopa not quite able to get there, but Blue Shy Guy doesn't risk it. Stays on third. Bases loaded for Mario. Another slap hit that'll get through. Blue Shy Guy crosses home plate. We've got ourselves a tied ball game. Fireballs find another one in quick fashion. The game is 6-6 as Dark Bones comes up. Bases loaded. Another slap hit. They're sending him right up the middle and getting through the Bros' inner defense. 2 special Bro catches in the middle infield. Haven't fired a single time this inning. As another single brings another home. Fireballs now for the first time all game in the lead. And Bowser's going to start spinning stars. Gets the 1 strike on Yellow Yoshi. Gives him a real pitch and Yellow Yoshi finds contact. That's going to be Mario in home as they get another single. Fireballs, bats running hot this inning. Critter now up, bases loaded. He's pre-charged. Bowser's not going to let that happen though. Sends out the star pitch, the Bullet Bill. Gets the strike. Critter again with a pre-charge. It's a real ball this time, but it's just a low line drive. A single for Critter, but it brings another run in home. Fireballs up 9-6. Mario slides in home. It looks like they've got the monster's number here this inning. Bobby Hill back up. Strike 1. Bobby Hill, the 9th Fireballs player at bat this game. The star pitch will be caught out. The Fireballs tag up Critter and the triple play. Oh, the boomerang catch negates the star hit advantage, and then the friendly fire from the Fireball error item causes it to all fall apart. Bowser Jr. with a big knock. No train to stop things this time. They've got a green shell, but it comes out way too late. Blue Noki grabs it. That will be the end of things. Magic Koopa grounds one over to shortstop, and Critter will send it into Yellow Yoshi on first. Finds a second out. Fire Bro now up at bat. 1 strike. 2 strikes. Ooh, contact there. It'll drop down. Bobby's got it, but not quite fast enough to get the out at first. Bowser now at bat, 1 strike. Oh, a big knock, and this one's way too far for Bobby to come in from center field. A Bowser 2-run homer brings Fire Bro in with him. Monsters narrow the lead as they are now only trailing by 1, 8-9. Green Paratroopa now up at bat, strike 1. Grounds over to Mario. Oh, the POW block stuns up Yellow Yoshi and doesn't friendly fire on Green Paratroopa. That flying bonus able to get in. A dive from Critter, however, will seal the deal. The Fireballs get their 3rd out. The huge athletic power of Critter at shortstop is something to behold. Now Fireballs up at bat, the bottom of the 6th. The first time have managed to hold the lead and now get the chance to extend. Blue Noki started off for them last inning. We'll start for them again. Single over to first. Oh, Blue Shy Guy pops one up and sends it over to the left-hand side. That'll be another Blue Shy Guy single. Big Blue, 2 runners on. Bowser doesn't want to let him have it, sends out the Bullet Bill. Will he do it again? It looks like he will. That's 2 strikes on the count, 2 stars spent. Still 3 in the tank, and it looks like he's closing this one out. Another strike, another out. Big strikeout for Bowser. But you've pitched through Big Blue, but now you got to pitch through Little Red. Mario up at the plate, and Bowser's growing tired. Big hit for Mario. Won't quite be to the fences, but a single loads the bases. And is this the end of Bowser? Can he last? It looks like he might be staying on just a little bit longer. Mario's up at bat. No, it is time for Bowser to leave. He's off the mound, over to first. Magic Koopa's on. Can the Fireballs take advantage of this pitcher change? Oh, a bouncing grounder from Mario will be the double play. And this might have been the right call. Fireballs with bases loaded aren't able to bring a runner in before the Monsters clear them out. A very poor hit from Mario leads to a drastic change in pace. Now the Monsters trying to take the lead back. BDB sends one out center field, but Bobby's there to catch. Dry Bones now up in the batter's box. 1 strike on the count so far. Poor hit off the hands. Mario's going to send that into Yellow Yoshi. It's another quick out. Boomerang Bro, no more outs. Strike 1. Slow changeup from Mario. The switch in speed. Boomerang Bro wasn't quite ready for it. Will make contact on that, but it's a pop over to right field. Mario able to make the catch before the Fireballs come in. The Fireballs hold their lead through the 7th. Going now to the bottom of the inning, they've got another shot to run away with it and break this parity that they're stuck in. We've seen how the Monsters can very easily score these runs. They need to give themselves a bigger gap. Dark Bones will do his part in that. Sends one way over the top. What a high hit. Bounces on top of the hill there. That's a solo shot home run for Dark Bones. Fireballs with a 2-run lead now. A little bit of a different pitching style on the mound. They may be able to work with this a lot better. Strike 1 for Yoshi. Ooh, next pitch, a ball. Grounder over to Fire Bro will be thrown out at first. There's the first out of the inning. We've got Critter up at bat next. Winds up, but he doesn't chase it. Lets it go. Oh, a beanball from Magic Koopa. Hits Critter directly and gives him the free base. Could be a tactical maneuver here as opposed to having to actually pitch to him. But a definite foul move from Magic Koopa. Might also be our first beanball of the entire series. And it happens here in the playoffs in game 3 of all games. Blue Noki up after Bobby was thrown out at first. Will find the gap in the infield and drop it down early enough. Critter able to hold on second. Thought about running for third, but gets back just in time. Blue Shy Guy now up with a runner in scoring position. No more outs to play with. Change up from Magic Koopa. Just lets it go. Doesn't want to swing on the star pitch. Contact there, but it's not quite high enough. Firebro's going to find it. Fireballs find 1 here in the 7th. Just need to survive 2 more innings. They want to upset the definitive playoff favorite, the Monsters. Bowser Jr. gets one over the infield. Ghost item comes out, buys a lot of time. Only able to get to first. Magic Koopa looking a little bit tired on the mound there last inning. Now with a different change in pace, and the big Blue with a big jump, able to turn the double play, snags that one out of the air. And throws it in on first with that Pianta cannon he's got. Firebro now sending one for the fences. They're struggling to come in, trying to beat out the train. Oh, it doesn't go over. It falls on the fair side. Doesn't bounce off the wall, and Bobby's able to catch it. Blue Pianta now up with a tired pitcher. Monsters still unable to gain any more runs here. Koopa will throw the ball through the POW block, destroying it. So it's only a single for Blue Pianta. Mario slaps one. It's going to drop over on the left-hand side. Be Blue Pianta over to second. Now Mario back up at bat. Big hit, pops it up, gets down early. Oh, they threw the warp pipe as well. A lot of time there as Blue Pianta's able to come in. Fireballs with a 3-run lead here in game 3. Big hustle there. Now Dark Bones will force the pitcher change. That's going to be Magic Koopa out to center field. Koopa in on the pitcher's mound. This could spell disaster for the Monsters. They've still got to find 3 outs this inning. They've got a much weaker pitcher. Ball will bounce off the back wall. Mario comes in off the Dark Bones single. Slides in home. So the Fireballs take a 4-run lead, and you can see Bowser holding his head there in despair. Strike one from Koopa. Yellow Yoshi pops it up. It's going to be a single from Yellow Yoshi. Fireballs have found a way to thread the needle, not letting these middle infield defenders do much work. And Critter, a big hit. That's a Critter grand slam here in game 3. Fireballs take a monumental lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Just barely bounces off the top of the fence and rolls on the other side. Fireballs with double the score of the Monsters and no sign of slowing down. Bobby Hill, strike one. Grounder over to Firebro will be thrown out at first. Blue Noki now up at bat. Grounder to Boomerang Bro, and that'll be out at first as well. 2 outs. No more left for the Fireballs here. But the damage may have already been done. Blue Shy Guy drops one over in left field. Be a single for him. Big Blue coming up. Can he clean up this inning? Not this time. It's a little bit too far to the left, right in range of Firebro, who's going to make that catch. but 6 runs for the Fireballs. They seem to have the Monsters' number. Can the Monsters turn it around? If any team can, it's them. But a grounder from BOWSER will just be a single. Green Paratroopa next up. Mario still holding firm on the mound. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Strike 2. There's the start pitch. The Fireball comes out. Critter's got it, and Critter's thrown the double play. 1 more out separates the Monsters from victory or elimination. Koopa sends one bouncing out into the outfield. Bobby's plowed through by the train. That'll be a double for Koopa. BDB up next. And a big knock. This one's destined for the fences. Train's going to come through and knock Bobby flat. Stuns him up, prevents him from making the catch. That's a runner in. BDB holds on second as Koopa comes in home. Monsters still need to find 7 more runs. It is a monumental task. They're going to have to piece it together one at a time. Dry Bones now up. Mario not able to get after it. Will be a Dry Bones single. And it comes down to Boomerang Bro. A tired pitcher on the mound. Boomerang Bro winds up. Big hit, but it's going to go foul. Wind up again. Another contact, but Yellow Yoshi hops it at first. Not quite high enough to clear the infield. Fireballs take it, upsetting the Monsters here in the playoffs as they are finals bound to take on the Flowers. A huge game for the Fireballs here, and we'll go look at our MVP, and this one of course is going to Critter. A solid defensive performance over at shortstop, but the home run and the grand slam will seal the deal. This is his well-earned victory. We'll take a look over at the box scores. BOWSER doing a lot of heavy lifting for his team. But the Fireballs, wow, what a spread. A huge performance from multiple members. And I'm sure their coaches and general manager are going to be celebrating here in the dugout after this one. The clubhouse is already hearing a lot of partying. But what a game. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here in the Mushroom Baseball League. The finals coming up next. Fireballs versus the Flowers. If you're liking what we're doing here, why don't you hit that like button? Why not subscribe? Maybe leave a little comment. And hey, you can check out the Mushroom Baseball League Discord. Link in the description below to stay up to date with everything Mushroom Baseball. This is Commissioner Henry signing out, and I'll see you in the next one.